for DC Startup Week. Welcome everyone to DC Startup Week 2023. We're so excited for each and every one of you to be here today. We have an amazing, incredible, impactful week in store for you. Over 150 events, 300 speakers, activations of the CPG Expo coming up, a huge expo event on Friday, National Building Museum, and much, much more. We're so excited for everything that you're going to be able to come and happen this week, of your connections, the networking opportunities, what you're going to be able to learn from incredible expert speakers, three of which are here today as our three keynotes opening it up that we're here for shortly. I want to introduce for a second myself. My name is Rachel Kortesky. First off, I'm the founder and CEO of a tech-SaaS startup called Kickoff, as well as the director of the DC Startup Week. This is my 8th DC Startup Week.
Welcome. My name is Seema. I am Rachel Kortesky's co-chair. You know, we're sitting here and we're like, what do we say? What do we say to this crowd here? 8th year, I've been involved the last 5 years, and every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And part of this is not just about, you know, hey, we're talking about entrepreneurial strategy and growth. It's about community, it's about connections, and it's about progress. We want to put the DMV on the map, right? And I've got to tell you, we have heard so many impact stories the last couple of years on people. Actually, literally, I was just outside and someone said, I have to tell you something. 2 years ago, I saw you and you asked me why I was here. And it was just an idea of a business. And today, I got to tell you, my first year was profitable. And that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. We have a lot to share, so we're going to keep going. You're going to hear from us throughout the week, but thank you for being here and spread the word. Spread the word.
So we can't do this alone. We have an incredible team behind the scenes making it all happen. First off, we want to introduce Stephanie Ortiz. I'm not sure if she's in the room yet, but she is our glue. She's our head of operations. I'm sure a lot of you have seen her around at check-in, making sure everything runs smoothly through the week. So I don't think, Steph, are you here? If not, I'm sure we'll shout her out later on today as well. We have 10 core tracks of content that we bring you throughout the week, and these are the individuals that make it happen. Just if anyone's here, I'm going to invite you to stand up so we can give everyone a big round of applause. We have Darius, we have Craig, Aoife, Caitlin, Gilberto, Maria, Katie, Brendan, Angela, Colin, Mackenzie. All of these folks have brought together all the amazing speakers across the week. Also, we have a core organizing team of folks who also make this week possible. We have Kevin Morgan, who heads up our board. Casey Williams, our head of DC Startup Women. I know Casey's here, so I'm going to make you stand up over there. Come on, Casey. Connecting female founders and funders across the year. We have Irfan, our head of partnerships. He's here as well. Where are you? Stand up. Come on, guys. This is the year. This is what we're waiting for. We have Sarthak, our head of volunteers, and Jonathan leading up all of our customer service to help answer all your questions across the week.
So one thing that I started to talk about is the impact, but we've been really, really honored to have leaders in this community start to recognize DC Startup Week and what it is. So I'm not going to read all these quotes here, but if you look, it's Steve Case, it's our mayor, Anthony Mellon, who's part of our title sponsor team you're going to hear from in a few minutes, Kevin Morgan on the Washington Partnership, also one of our advisors, but it's also all about the founders. So we'll spread all of these impact stories. We're going to ask you guys to share your impact stories with us, but it's making a huge difference in the business community. We wanted to give you a snapshot of what's occurring. Rachel kind of mentioned some of this already. Our 8th year, 150 events, 300 speakers, happy hour activations every night. And if you're not drinking, it doesn't matter. This is about the networking. It's about the conversations. We're going to have mocktails too. Don't you worry. I know it's a trend, hence business. That's a really good business idea right now. She talked about Startup Expo and our pitch competition. What's exciting is about our new tracks, right? So we have our early stage and growth stage, our startups for good. Last year we brought emerging tech with Web3. This year we're bringing An AI track, really important for any of you guys. I don't care what business you're in, to learn about. But we also have a mental health track, which is really exciting, both from a mindset side, but also from if you're in the industry, there's a lot of opportunity for growth in that industry. Climate and sustainability, we are in DC, and we have to represent that impact is everything. It's part of what makes us unique and different. And then food and CPG, right after this, literally you can walk to the National Union Building, it's all of our content tracks. We have a CPG, Consumer Packaged Goods Expo, 20 local companies going to showcase their food, and a huge food track after that. Just a quick snapshot of where we are. The beauty of DC Startup Week is we are not in one venue. You guys get to explore the city with us in different opportunities with different workshops. Right after, on Tuesday, we're also in the National Union Building. Wednesday, we're claiming it Workshop Wednesday. So we want you guys to get immersed in the content and actually take action, right? Thursday's at the International Square Conference Center, and our second location is going to be announced. There's a little thing that will be here out soon. And then Friday, huge opportunity, huge expo and content and closing at the National Building Museum.
Here's a little snapshot of what to expect each day. We kind of kick off every morning around 9:30 till 10 with some coffee and networking opportunities. Content every day starts around 10 to 12 with a lunch hour between 12 to 1. Afternoon sessions of content from about 1 to 5:30, and then every night we have that happy hour starting from about 5:30 to 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then Friday is the big day at the National Building Museum as well, up for that schedule, and then with our closing happy hour at the eSports. One of our big asks of the week, as you're here, is to share your wisdom, share your perspective, share experiences, impact, and of course, as Seema loves selfies throughout. I'm sure she's going to ask one soon with the group. We want everyone, this is all about making connections. This is all about supporting one another. One thing that I love about particularly the DC and DMV startup region is everyone asks, how can I help? How can I be there for you? And there's so much that we go through in our entrepreneurial journey from when we're just starting with our idea to trying to scale or make an acquisition or exit. And I want each and every one of you to look to that person next to you, to your left or to your right, and ask that question, how can I support you in your growth? And that's what we want to drive and build this community, because we're a community. We're here to support each other through the roller coaster of being an entrepreneur. So that is what we're building, and we're so excited.
So in that same vein, our theme is to make bold moves. Literally, it takes courage to be an entrepreneur. And for those of you who are supporting entrepreneurs, this is one thing I do want to make sure we emphasize. We're not just an emerging tech startup week, right? Service-based entrepreneurs are the heart of growth. And it's really important for us to recognize that this is a larger ecosystem. And so for you guys to come up with ideas to support other growing companies, growth means different things to different people, but making bold moves means taking action. And that's what we encourage you guys to do, because next year we want you here on stage with us telling your story. And I tell you, 1 year later matters if you're consistent and if you're focused. You're going to hear a lot of that in the stories that we've shared.
This week wouldn't be possible without all of our sponsors, but I want to give a huge shout out to our title sponsors of the week. We have Next, powered by Schulman Rogers. We have JP Morgan. Kello. Three Vans. Think Nimble. And Inspiralia. Here's some more of our title sponsors. More of our sponsors across the week, sponsoring lunches, networking events, happy hours, breakfasts. So I highly encourage you to meet each and every one of them and see how you might be able to work together. Thank you to our huge amount of partners, over 60 plus this year, helping to bring this week together with everything ranging from content to marketing and all the things that go on behind the scenes. So thank you to each and every one of the partners who helped make this happen.
With that, we're going to start with our content, and I'm going to ask the video to get started, and then Rachel will introduce the first fireside.